Oh, didn't see you there, Team Tactile. I was just looking at our build for the day. The KBD67 Lite R4. Let's get right into the video. Alright everyone, so I am really excited to put together this KBD67 Lite R4. One, because it's in stock. Two, because it is actually made out of ABS as opposed to all of the aluminum boards that we've been getting. And three, because look at what you get. So obviously you have this kind of instruction guide here, but just getting into this thing, coming in a case, it's $120. And the presentation is just a step above for that price point. You know, I look at a lot of boards around that price point because I think people looking to get into mechanical keyboards, like, that already feels like a lot. No switches, no keycaps. So, you know, you end up spending 200 bucks on a keyboard, and that can actually be a pretty tough budget to deal with right now. And I think one of the first brands that you end up hearing about when you're looking at mechanical keyboards is actually KBD fans. So I ordered this one from Divinity. I'll put a link in the description below. They're limited on colors that you can get, but they have them in stock, and that's awesome. So take a look at what we get here. Nice cable comes with it, all your hardware and everything here. We got some screws, some feet, stabilizers, and now we got the board itself, which I got in, I think this is mint chip, I want to say. It's nice color, I like it. Super light. Again, used to getting all of these aluminum boards, but some people actually travel with keyboards, so this might be a pretty big benefit there. Very curious to see how it sounds. And then just look at everything again, how it's packaged. Like I personally can't get over it, coming from even like the Mons Geek M1, even the Keycrons. Like, here's a keyboard in a giant box. Like, this is a step above. Like, for the price, you should be super excited about this. So you got your plate and some extra gasket stuff going on there, and then everything nice individually packed, some case foam, non-static bag, and then finally your PCB as well. So let's get moving on this. I'm, again, really excited. Step one, let's take a look at what we got here in this case. Sealed very tightly, too tightly for me to undo that a nice way. We're gonna be aggressive. We're gonna get in here. Toss all of this, I guess, out of it. So I apologize for the noise, don't need all of that in there, but get all of this kind of plastic wrapping out of the way. Again, cool color. I guess one of the nicer things, right, I'd say about a lot of these plastic keyboards is you get a lot more color choices, right? And, you know, sometimes silver and black gets boring, so we got a little spice in our life. Obviously that's where our USB-C port's gonna be for that cable that's included. And a lot of screws to undo in the back here, so let's get those out. I always give bonus points to any company that I have a bit for, and thankfully this board, the KBD67 Lite, has done that. I also want to point out that there's actually only a few screws already installed in this. Sorry, my hand is messing with the autofocus. There we go. This, you know, you can see the way it was packaged. They know that you are going to be putting this board together. I mean, all the other ones need to be put together as well, or at least, you know, if you're looking at like the Mons Geek boards, or if you bought a bare bones Keycron. But it really stands out, I'd say, for this one, because they didn't make it difficult for me to get into from the start. And there's, again, like, so far, so many points to be given out for just making this easy to work with. So there you go, that's the bottom. Really not much to the top. Again, not a big deal. This is pretty much what I'd say is like a travel board at this point. So let's take a look at this PCB. Sorry again, the noise, I know it's terrible and it's all my fault. Yeah, that looks nice, fits in there nice. I think I am going to start messing around with, you know, like the 65%ers, 60%ers a lot more, just because it's really cool to have something small. And then we do have the case foam down here, so I think we're gonna, look at this, look at how nice this is. Nice little anti-static bag. That's some decent foam. Like, I like it a lot. Let's throw that down there. I'm gonna guess that it goes that way. So let's take a look at what they've provided as far as stabilizers go. I'm just gonna dump it all out again. I mean, I probably need to get over it, but I do just love the packaging of everything that's in here. It's just so well thought out. So we have a couple of stabs with us on this one, some space bars and some others. Everything individually packaged, a bunch of little pads. I guess these are adhesive ones that are coming with this, which is pretty cool. You know, your little like O-rings that you can put on the bottom coming up. Got my stabilizers all ready to go. A little scattered about, but that's okay. We're gonna drop those into the PCB, see how that goes. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of these little O-rings if I can. These look to be adhesive, potentially, so that's kind of cool. And we'll just toss those right over where our screws are gonna go. Oop, you guys can't see that, so right over there. So go ahead and throw our stabs in like so. Perfect. And then at least one of them, we got a little O-ring lined up there. Take our screw and just right on in. So while I'm taking my sweet time here putting in the stabilizers, I would love to invite you to subscribe to Tactile Talk if you have been enjoying my videos. We are all about mechanical keyboards here, and this video is sponsored by me. So again, if you would hit that subscribe button down below, I would greatly appreciate it, and thanks for tuning in. Shazam! And just like that, we have our stabilizers in the PCB. I think they look pretty good. Kind of hot and cold on black stabilizers, but we are ready to go. These are lubed with some G-lube at this point, and then just installed with everything that's included. Did put the little O-rings that come with it on the bottoms there, just so you can see, just to make sure we're getting the best experience we can out of this. So now that we have that on, let's go ahead and see how this drops on right here. So we got our plate and our, zoom out a tiny bit. Oh, there we go. Zoom it out tiny bits just so we can see. So there we go. Now we got our stabilizers there. Again, things I'm always looking for. How well does that go together? And not a problem. Apparently it's just a Monzi Chem 1 issue. I don't know if I'm ever gonna shut up about that, sorry. But like, for a keyboard that I love, it just has the most annoying issue ever, which is no matter what plate you're using, you have to snap this thing over the stabilizers. Otherwise your keyboard stinks. So this is not the case. This thing went on real easy. It's really soft, which I actually really like. So let's go ahead and find our other screws now to tighten this down. So there's tons of screws that come with the KBD67. These little short ones are used for screwing the plate into the PCB. So as you saw, everything went on really nice and flat, no issues working around the stabilizers like I said. And then I'm just going to go ahead and follow all these gold dots around, which is really nice to have as a guide, just to know where all of these screws go. But overall, haven't said it enough. I don't think that, you know, everything's packaged really well with this keyboard, and it went together super smooth, which is just a good indicator of what we're going to get once this board is fully together. So let's go ahead and throw some switches into this board. and I will make sure to test the space bar out as well, just to make sure it's working. So I'm going to use some Glorious Pandas for this build. I had them laying around, and we're going to pop those in and get this thing in the case. So we are looking good in the case, just like everything else about this build fit into the case really nice, really easy to put together. Just threw those extra screws into the back, and now let's get some keycaps put in. So these are the nice PBT Galaxy keycaps that I got off Canon Keys. Again, not sponsored, they're just a good keycap for a good price. Cool, so we got this whole thing together. Now let's go ahead and do a sound test. And there you go. Listen to that space bar. I love that. I really enjoyed putting together this KBD67 Lite R4, and I think what happened was, while I was looking at what already exists out there for this keyboard, is the KBD67 still relevant in 2023? And it's a fantastic keyboard. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind. So if you are in the market for something of this size, of this layout, I really don't think you can make a bad choice by going with the KBD67 Lite. Again, you might be limited on what colors you can find that are available, but the thing sounds amazing, it looks amazing, and if you are looking for something that you can even travel with, it's a great contender for that, coming with a case and everything you need to bring it with you. So I think I will be doing some comparisons for keyboards of this size. I have a couple in mind, but if you did hang out through this video and you made it this far and you know of other keyboards that are of this layout or this size, throw them in the comments. Let me know what you think this would be a good contender to go up against, and I'll go grab one and we'll put them head to head and see which one's the better. Just want to thank everyone again for watching my video, hanging out with me virtually as I go through this build. If you enjoy what I'm doing, subscriptions still mean the world to me. I am trying to build something here, so please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, comment, like, whatever you want to do, get involved. I'm doing my best to respond to all comments. If you have questions, if you have recommendations, things you want to see. I'm loving this keyboard hobby, and I'm just trying to help you all experience it with me, but also make some informed decisions if you're in the market yourself. So I will catch you all in the next one.